Kajabi tutorial step by step. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to use Kajabi. This is going to be a complete beginner's tutorial going over everything you need to know about Kajabi. And if you watch this entire video, you have a solid foundation and a clear understanding of how Kajabi works and how to use it. Now, a quick heads up, I've linked an extended 30-day free trial of Kajabi down below in the video description for you to check out. And when you sign up through that special link, you'll also get immediate access to my MasterLaunch 10K Plus Blueprint course, the exact system for planning, building, and launching your course the right way. Plus my separate traffic bonuses that show you how you can get traffic from Google and YouTube. And on top of that, I'm including some additional bonuses designed to give you the best possible head start with Kajabi. So you can check out the full list of the bonuses in the video description down below, which are all included when you get a free trial of Kajabi through my special link down below this video. Alright, so let's jump into the complete beginner's step-by-step Kajabi tutorial. As you can see right here on screen, this is going to be my dashboard. And I've actually created a brand new Kajabi account that's going to be fresh, so there's no data. It's going to be literally for demonstration purposes, so you can see what a brand new Kajabi account looks like as we go through today's Kajabi tutorial. So the first and most important step to begin today's video is to set up the foundations for our Kajabi account. So if we go over here to the bottom left hand corner, this is going to be settings. And this is where we want to go to set up our account. So first and foremost, we want to go over here to payment setup. So if you haven't already, you want to actually set up your payment setup so you can actually get paid, right? Like there's no point really doing all of this if you can't really get paid. So you want to make sure to set this up. Now again, this is a demonstrative account for example purposes, so I'm not going to go and do this live, but it's quite simple to do. You can see that you can basically like accept like major credit cards like Visa, MasterCard, and all that type of stuff as well. So it's all quite simple to do. And then you basically just want to go ahead and just do that right here, which is very, very easy to do, but you will be needing some like personal information regarding your business and all that type of stuff. So yeah, you can do all of that right here. So that's going to be like the first, the most important step, which I want you guys to go ahead and do. Now the second step is to go over here to site settings, inside of settings, and then you want to go to site details. And then you can see right here, this is going to be the title. So this can be your name or your company name or your brand name. It can be quite frankly whatever you want. And then right here, this is where you can have your subdomain. So you want to put in like your name or your brand name. So then it'll be like your website.mykajabi.com. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I would highly recommend you actually go ahead and get a custom domain attached to your account. So it'll be yourwebsite.com instead of yourwebsite.mykajabi.com, right? So you want it to be yourwebsite.com, which is going to be look like much more professional. So to connect your custom domain to your Kajabi account, what you want to go ahead and do is click on manage domain right here, as you can see on screen. And then you want to click on set up custom domain, and then you can link your domain to your Kajabi account. So if we go back, you can go ahead and do that. It's quite simple. And then you want to add your support email right here as well. So yeah, that's going to be the site details. Now, if we go back over here, if you click on tax right here, as you can see that I'm hovering on screen right here, this is where you can manage your sales tax. Now, depending where you live, you're going to have to collect sales tax. So I'll recommend speaking to your local accountant just to ask any questions regarding that. But the good news inside of Kajabi is that they make it like really, really easy to like do all this and manage it all inside of Kajabi. So it won't be too stressful for you in that regard, which is good news. And the final foundational step that we need to do inside of our Kajabi tutorial to begin with, which is going to be very, very, very important, is going to be marketing settings right here. So if I click on marketing settings right here, you need to put in your company name and your business address. And this is going to be to comply with the anti-spam laws, like anti-can spam laws. So when you're doing email marketing, you need to provide this information at the bottom of your footer. And when you put this information right here, it's going to be like, down below in the footer of your emails that you send to your email list and all that type of stuff. Now, what I'd recommend is not to put in your personal address. So do not do that. You probably wouldn't want to do that. I don't think anyone wants to do that. Like that's your personal address, especially if you have like a big email list of like 100,000 people. You don't want everyone seeing where you live. So what you can do instead is put in a PO box or a virtual address, and then you can just put this right here, and then you can pretty much do that right here, and then you just want to click on save. So again, I just have dummy information for today's video, but you want to put in your real information right here because this is very important to comply with the law. That's the foundational stuff set up. Like we've set up the foundational stuff that's going to be very, very, very important for your account. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is actually create a course inside of your Kajabi account or a product. So if we go over here to the left-hand column and left-hand side of the screen, you click on products. You can click on courses, coaching, community, podcast, newsletter, download. I'm just going to click on all products for an example. And then you can see right here, I've created like a bunch of like different demo products that you can see right here on screen. And then you want to choose what type of product you want to create. So you can create a course, a podcast, community, coaching, newsletter, download, whatever you want. for today's video, I'm just going to go ahead and choose course because most people want to create course and start with Kajabi for the most part. So let's go ahead and do that. And then what we can do is we can choose it to be an evergreen course or a cohort course. Cohort-based courses are like brand new, so it's up to you if you want to go ahead and do that. But for today's video, we're just going to go ahead and choose evergreen. So I'll click on next. And then you want to put in your course details. So in my example, I'm just going to call it Instagram course just for example purposes, right? And then I'm going to copy and paste my course description right here, so you can see you can use this info to generate content as well. So I'll go ahead and do that. Click on next. We can choose like course colors as well, so if we go ahead and do that, we can make this like purple and we can make this red for an example, or we can actually make this purple and make this red. That looks a little bit better. I know it's just a demo, but yeah, we're trying to make it look half decent, right? So we can obviously upload the thumbnail right here. You can go in and choose that. That's completely optional, you don't have to. And yeah, we'll click on next right here. So you can make this course free or paid. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, like, why would I want to make the course free? You may want to give away the course as a lead magnet to collect emails, so that can help you grow your email list, right? So that's completely optional. There's obviously other use cases as well, but for today's video, we're gonna obviously make sure that it's paid. So you can see right here, you can adjust the payment frequency. So I'm gonna leave it as a one-time payment, and then we can obviously choose the price. So I want to make this price $997, and then again, you want to make sure that your payment method is connected right here, and that you've set up like Kajabi payments, which we obviously went through in the start of today's video. So once you go ahead and do all that, click on next, and then it'll create everything for you right here. So what it's going to do right now is actually create like an outline of your course based on the information it gave you. So you want to obviously edit all of this, but like you can see right here, it's already giving you like a bit of a course outline right off the bat, which is pretty cool. So you can see right here, you can use this feature to help you generate course topics. It's like a course generator, which is pretty cool. So we'll just exit out of that. You can also see right here, you can manage comments, announcements, view progress, and this is like when you have like obviously people inside of your course. You can also add content, so let's just click on the add content button right here. So you can add like modules, you can add sub-modules, lessons, quizzes, upload multiple videos. You can do all this right here inside of the editor. And let's just say I want to go ahead and edit like a particular area, so we'll click on this. I can obviously change the title, the description, add an image, all that type of stuff. Very, very simple to do, and you can go ahead and edit that right here as well. So we've actually accomplished quite a lot so far in today's video, where we've set up all the foundational stuff and we've created our first course right off the bat. Now, of course, you want to customize a little bit more, but we've pretty much set up like a lot. So what we need right now is a checkout page. So what we're going to go ahead and do is click on offers right here, and it will take us to this area right here, and then we can see that we have the Instagram course for $997. And the reason why it shows up like this is because we put in the price point before, like just a moment ago, right? So we click on Instagram course. You can see right here that this is going to be the area where you pretty much like manage your offer and the checkout page, right? So if we actually go over here to add checkout right here, you'll see that this is what your checkout page looks like right now. You can click on preview. So if we click on preview right here, and this is what it like looks like, as you can see, like live. So there's a couple of things I want to actually do to make this a little bit better. So first and foremost, you can customize all of this right here inside of the editor, right? And I'd highly recommend you go ahead and do this to make it look better. So you can do that right here, and I want to go ahead and actually make it so we can actually put people on a subscription plan, because not everyone's going to be able to like pay $997 right off the bat, right? So if we actually go back real quick, I just want to show you guys something really, really cool. I'm going to show you a couple of things that are really, really cool, including how you can add order bumps to increase conversions. So if we just go back over here, and if we go over here to pricing, so let's do the pricing first. We can add a pricing option, and then we can make it so if they're not going to be paying like the one-time price of $997, so if we put in $397 and make this 3 payments, make it obviously the billing interval like on a monthly basis. We click on save, and now when we get to the checkout page in just a moment, you'll see that there's 2 options to pay basically: the one-time payment of $997 or the 3 payment of $397. So obviously you're paying more overall if you're doing the free payment option. So this way people are more incentivized to actually pay one time instead of the monthly payment plan. But you want to have as many options like this as possible to increase conversions, especially if you have like high ticket courses like I am doing, for example, right here. Now I want to actually add an order bump right here. So if you go over here to order bump, this is basically enables you to add like an order bump upon checkout to really maximize conversions. And I can tell you right now from experience, you can make really, really, really big money doing this, and even more money, and really increase your average average cart value by doing this if you actually add order bumps. So I actually have some like random courses right here just as an example. So let's just add like my YouTube course here for example. And of course in a real world example for like an order bump, which I'm going to be showing you like in a moment, you want to make it like relevant to your core offer, right? So a YouTube offer isn't exactly too relevant with Instagram, but you can obviously like frame it in a way that makes it like relevant. So if we go over here to add checkout, you'll see there's actually a couple of different changes right here. So you can see the one-time payment right here and the payment plan option that we just did a moment ago. So your audience and your customers can actually choose to go with the payment plan if they can't afford to pay the one-time payment plan or just don't want to for whatever reason, right? So you can see they're obviously putting their email address right here. And there's also a upsell, like a auto bump right here. So the auto bump right here is how to make money on YouTube. So $497. So they can also add this to their order. So instead of like them spending like $997, they'll spend around $1,500 if they buy the course, and the YouTube course in this case, right? So we've added a second option so people can go on a payment plan, and we've added an order bump right off the bat. And these things can really make a difference to increasing your conversions and basically putting more money in your pocket, right? And in terms of like going to settings right here, you can obviously change all this type of stuff like the favicon, the style guide and all that type of stuff. So we can go over here, click on like upload new image or select a recent image. So I'm going to choose an image right now and upload that now. Okay, so I've just uploaded like a random image of like a beach, for example. Again, it's not relevant to the course, but it's just like an example video so you guys know like how to navigate everything. So you can really customize this to your liking. You can add different sections like text, all this type of stuff, because it doesn't really matter. If we go back over here to offers, you can see your full offer list right here. So you can actually have customers go to your checkout page and give you money, right? So you can see payments, obviously this is where you can see your payments, like your transactions. You can see your cart right here. So this is where you can customize your cart even more so you can manage this all over here. And then if we go over here, you can obviously give invoices to your clients as well. Now this is like more of an optional type of thing. You don't really need to do this if you don't want to, but you can right here as well. I know a lot of people like to do invoices. And then you can also offer coupons. So if you want to create like a discount for like Black Friday, for example, you can go ahead and do this right here, which is very easy to do. And then if you want to actually like have people help you, like refer customers to you, you can obviously recruit affiliates, and then these affiliates can actually like help drive customers to you as well, and you can give them like a commission, like maybe of 40% or 50% if they generate like a sale or like generate customers for you, right? So that's going to be the sales, and that's going to be the products. Again, we've done a lot in today's video. We've set up our course and we've set up our checkout page. So you have your product, which is going to be our course for this example, and the checkout page is all set up. So now we need a sales page. If we go over here to websites and landing pages, you'll come to something that looks like this on screen, and you can see that our Instagram course pre-sale landing page is already being generated because of what we did earlier on when we toggled on the AI to essentially create this for us. So it does this automatically for us, which is pretty cool. And if we click on Instagram course pre-sale landing page, you'll see that the landing page template is actually pretty nice. You can see that we can customize this text to our liking, and the AI obviously created all this for us in advance. But of course, completely customizable. We can change this to our liking. I can literally remove this text and do all sorts of different things. I can even go over here and add different content. For example, I can add different audio, blog posts, call to action. And if we go back right here, we can also add different sections. So for example, if I wanted to add like a new section, I can add like a 2-column section, text and panel, a call to action section right here. So let's just click on that. And you can see it's adding a call to action section right here. So you can see it's pretty customizable, right? We can also add like a hero with image. So hero countdown timer right here. So you can see you can add text here and then like a bit of a countdown timer. I can also add pricing cards for an example. So it has some like pricing cards. You can add all sorts of different sections, as you can see right here. So it's quite easy to use and like all sorts of different things right here. Now, you don't have to actually use that template. Like I said, this is just like an AI generated template it gives you automatically. So if you want to create your own template, like your own sales page template, you can click on new landing page right here. And then you can actually go ahead and choose from a variety of different templates right off the bat. So you can create one from scratch if you'd like to create a sales page from scratch. I'd recommend choosing a template. So if you click on view all right here, these are some like the sales templates I actually have right here. So let's go ahead and choose this Gates one for an example. Just going to put in the title, and you can see it's going to install the new theme, the new sales template for us. And like before, you can customize these pages like pretty easily, which is pretty cool. You can obviously change the text, the subheader right here, all very simple and easy to do. You can obviously put in your own video right here and upload all of that to your Kajabi dashboard and again, you can customize all this to your liking. You can add sections, add content. So like I said pretty much before, you can add like all sorts of different things like videos, forms, images, countdown timers, all that type of stuff. Very, very simple and easy to do. And if we go over here to sections, you can go ahead and add a section right here as well, and pretty much do what we did before as well. So very easy to do. So now you have your course, your checkout page, and your sales page all set up. So now let's go ahead and set up and get your email marketing all ready to go. So if we go over here, as you can see on our screen, we want to go over here to marketing and go over here to email campaigns. Now, email marketing is very important because you want to be able to send emails to your customers and your clients that obviously subscribe to your email list, to your landing pages, and that buy your products. You can send different emails, and of course it's going to obviously help you maximize the money you make and obviously build a relationship with your clients and customers. So I'll probably don't have to go over the importance of email marketing. So let's go over here, and as you can see, first if we go over here and click on new email campaign, you can either send out an email broadcast. So for example, if you're doing like a product launch or an affiliate for like a big product launch, you can go ahead and send a quick email to your email list and obviously make some quick money doing that. Or for example, if you're selling like a course or you're setting up like a new funnel, you can go ahead and set up an email sequence. And so when they actually do certain actions, they get an automatic email sent to them. And this can be like a series of emails as well. So you follow up with them automatically. So you can do the email sequence or email broadcast. So let's just go ahead and choose email broadcast for today's video and click on continue. As you can see right here, there are plenty of different templates you can go ahead and choose. So there's no shortage of different templates. Now, honestly, all this like imagery and all this type of stuff, you don't really need it. Like the main thing that's going to really help you with your emails is actually the content inside of the emails themselves. So this is where copywriting is very, very important. So I'd probably just recommend using the simple text. That's what I personally do. And you can go ahead and click on the simple text template to go ahead and use it. So if you click on get started, you can put in the title. So I'm just going to put in test for today's video. And then we'll click on create to go over here to the email editor. So what you want to do now is choose who receives this email. Do you want to like send this to your customers that have purchased courses from you in the past? Do you want to send it to your new leads? Who do you want to send it to? You can segment your audience and obviously send an email to a particular audience that you have. So not just to like your whole email list if you don't want to, right? So because this is a new email account, I don't actually have segmented audiences in this example, but you understand where I'm coming from. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on all contacts for an example and click on save and continue. Now, if we click on add content, this is where you're going to be able to edit the actual email itself. So this is just going to be the internal title. So internal title is going to be test, doesn't really matter. This is going to be your subject line. So this is what people are going to see before they open your email. So this is going to be very, very important. So make sure to have like a pretty catchy subject line for your email. This is going to be the preview text, which I obviously see inside of the email in the email inbox as well. And then the email content, this is going to be where you obviously write your email itself. So click on add content. You can go ahead and actually write the content that you want. So you can see, you can just change this. I can add whatever I want. Very, very simple to do. I can obviously undo that. And then you can also add like different sections and like images. So for example, if I want to add like a video, I can add a video right here. So there's actually a video down below my email. So you can customize all this quite easily. And yeah, you can make this email your own and do whatever you want with it. So of course, once you're done, then you can obviously send like a test email. You can save this as templates. So you can create like your own master template, add your signature, and then you can click on save and continue, or even like, add this to a new automation. So you can do whatever you want with this right here. And if you'd like to schedule the email at a later date, you can click on schedule email and schedule the email for later. So now that we've done that, let's go over to funnels. And funnels are very, very, very important. I want to go over here to click on new funnels. So if we go over here to marketing, go to funnels, then click on new funnel. And basically this is how you can set up like a lead magnet. So if you want to collect like a bunch of emails, you can give away like a free ebook or free PDF, and then basically people subscribe to that, subscribe to your email list so they can get the free PDF, and then you can send them like follow-ups and obviously build your email list doing that. You can also set up a sales page. You can set up like a product launch funnel. You can set up like webinars or even like a free ebook funnel. You can see right here on screen, there's plenty of different like sales funnels you can choose from, and it's pretty much like what you want to go ahead and choose, right? So for an example, let's just go ahead and click on get started with the freebie funnel, and you can obviously watch these videos that show you like how it all works as well. So I would recommend you guys do that as well. So you can give your funnel a name. So I'm just going to call it test. And then we'll click on create a funnel. So you want to actually upload your PDF. So they obviously recommend uploading a PDF in this example. You can do that at your own leisure, but that's pretty much how the lead magnet would work in this example, right? And as you can see, this is going to be our funnel. We're going to have an opt-in page right here and a thank you page. And of course, we can customize all of this quite easily inside of Kajabi's interface like we did throughout today's video. All very simple to do. We can also click on the email, for example, and we can obviously customize the email to our liking. We can customize the triggers too, add triggers. I'll probably leave it as it is in this example because it's fine the way it is. We can add like a new email, for example, and use the existing templates if we go back over here. And of course, we can adjust the welcome email that we send and make it more customized and obviously send them the access to the freebie. So I'd strongly recommend using the funnel feature inside of Kajabi. So I know a lot of you guys also want to create your own website inside of Kajabi, so let's go ahead and show you how that works. So if you go over here to website and design, you can see your website template right here. And you can see if we go over here to template store, you can go ahead and choose a bunch of different like website templates. As you can see right here, you can choose a bunch of these right here that are actually for free. So I wouldn't recommend really paying for any templates, to be honest, but you can get them for free, right? And if we click on customize page, we can customize this website to our liking. So I can edit the text right here, obviously, very, very simple. And we can edit all of this as well. So I can add like my own logo and my own text down below right here as well. I can change the background image to something else if I don't like this for whatever reason. And of course, you can add sections. Like again, it's all very similar in terms of like what we've done so far. As you can see, it's not very hard to use. It's very simple to do. You can add and make this your own to your own like heart's content, right? So you can do whatever you want. And yeah, you can edit this very, very simply, very, very easily. You can add your favicon, which is going to be like that icon that appears at the top of the tab. So you can add your own favicon right here. You can change the color scheme to your liking right here. You can even see like what it looks like across multiple devices. So this is what it looks like on mobile phone, for example. So it still looks pretty nice. And you can change it back to desktop very easily. You can click on preview to see what your website looks like live. So this is how people that are actually like publicly visit your website are going to see your website. And then this is going to be behind the scenes when you're editing the website, as you can see right here on screen. You can also see your website pages as well, and you can customize these to your liking just like we did before. So if we go to contacts right here, as you grow your email list and get more customers, you'll be able to see all of that right here inside of contacts. You can see some insights. And if we go over here to analytics, you can see an overview of your analytics. So you can see your gross revenue, your top offers if you're selling like multiple different products, right? You can see your new contacts, your top customers, churn rate, new payment plans, subscription retention. You see a lot of data you can use to optimize your business. So those are the main things you need to do and set up inside of Kajabi. Now, what I would actually recommend you guys do as well is go over here to Kajabi University. So just go to your dashboard, like the main dashboard area, and click on Kajabi University, like visit university right here. And you'll see that Kajabi offers so many courses that you can access for free in your subscription, as you can see right here. You can see they have courses on so many different topics right here, so I'll strongly recommend going through it so you can actually go ahead and learn from them and obviously apply this to your business. And of course, I imagine the reason why they're doing this is to help you out and to make sure that you obviously use Kajabi long term by applying this information and succeeding with your business essentially, right? So there's plenty of different resources I'd recommend here, so definitely take advantage of that. So that's essentially a complete beginner overview of Kajabi. The biggest thing now is to actually get your hands dirty. Don't just watch tutorials, actually jump inside Kajabi, click around, start building things yourself, and that's when things really start to click. I'll have a link down below this video for an extended 30-day Kajabi free trial. So don't use the standard 14-day trial, go through the link down below to give yourself some more time to test the platform with the 30-day extended free trial. And when you sign up through the link down below, you'll also get free access to my MasterLaunch 10K Plus Blueprint course, plus my traffic bonuses that will show you how to get real visitors and sales from YouTube and Google, essentially how to get traffic and eyeballs to your offer. And if you want to keep going with Kajabi and learning more, watch the next video that you can see on screen right in front of you. So yeah, thanks for watching today's Kajabi tutorial video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you on the next video.